And parenthetically, let me add, imagine what it's like to be the younger sibling of Jesus. Parents look at you, why can't you be like Jesus? He don't mess up. He don't do nothing wrong. What's wrong with you? Can you imagine the frustration of James and Jude and the other siblings of Jesus as they grow up in a house with Jesus? Could have caused issues. As a matter of fact, there is no evidence that James nor any of Jesus' other half-siblings believed him to be the Messiah while he was preaching and teaching. But when James saw the resurrected Jesus, things changed. Paul recorded that Jesus appeared to James in 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter and the 7th verse. In that 15th chapter of Corinthians, Paul was writing about the fact that we believe in a resurrected Lord and the fact that he appeared to the disciples and the apostles and that he was seen of James, then of the apostles. So we know that the resurrected Jesus made a special visit to his brother because he knew his brother did not believe him while he was preaching and teaching. And after that interaction with Jesus, James became so steadfast, he became a leader of the church at Jerusalem. I told you, you find that in the 15th chapter of Acts. And James became known as James the Just because of his devotion to God and to God's work. Tradition even has it, again, it's not recorded in scripture, but tradition has it that James had calloused knees like a camel because he was always in the temple on his knees praying to God. Prayed so much he had calloused knees. Leader at the church in Jerusalem. So when James, as a leader at the church in Jerusalem, began to see issues in the early church, he wrote the book of James as a corrective action to assist the young church in staying on track. Many theologians believe that the book of James is one of the very first books written in the New Testament. And this first epistle deals with a problem that's still prominent in the church today. And here's the problem, that most professed Christians understand intellectually the concept of God, but very few have ever submitted themselves to a daily life-changing experience with God that will guide their conduct. Let me go back and let you understand that. People have an understanding of God, meaning I know that God is in the sky and that God is eternal and that he's all-powerful and he's all-knowing and he's an all-powerful God. And I know that intellectually. I understand that. People tell me that across the pulpit. People tell me that in Sunday school. But I never make a change in my life. I don't do anything about the knowledge that I have obtained. My life looks the same before I knew that and after I knew that. Got that now? Their conduct never changed. So James was writing this letter warning the church about the dangers of useless religion.